good? You good? Yeah. You like it, don't you? Yeah, sit there. Can you wait? Wait. Can we do 3, 2, 1, go? Good girl. Is that good? Daisy. We're going to the gym in a bit. Hi, cutie. Hello. Say hi. All right, so I thought I'd throw in this before I head to the gym, which we'll be doing soon. I just threw this ground beef on the table because I already had this today, and I did 2 slices of bread with it, a little bit of barbecue sauce. Not really that I really do not use that much sauce, especially like I feel like now I'm going to use even less. Right now, I'm actually going to have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter for my fats. As you can see, I got a big ass loaf of bread here. This is about, I'll just show it right there. That's like that's like half the loaf. So that's looking at about 540 calories. I don't know if I'll eat this whole thing. Probably most of this, if not all of it. Um, and I'm going to have actually, I might as well pull this out too then. I forgot about this. I'm just going to literally eat just a couple slices of meat, like 3, 4 slices of meat just before I even eat the bread. And yeah, that's going to be what I've been eating for day 2. And let's head on over to the gym. All right, as you can see, I have the last piece of bread here before we head to the gym. And why am I even showing this is, dude, I literally could not eat. This took like a half an hour, maybe even more. Yeah, like 40 minutes to have 600 calories from the peanut butter, the meat, and the bread. I don't know if it's because we're getting back into the gym again, maybe a little bit nervous, a little bit excited, but this was brutal. And I need to eat this now because timing does matter. And I thought I'd include this because it's important because this is rare for me. This never happens. This hasn't happened in years where it's been this hard. I mean, I've been literally like sweating trying to eat this.
All right, hello. So day 3. I don't know how the audio is going to be, by the way. There's a lot of video settings. I'm going to throw that out there right away. The audio might be low. The audio might be unbalanced. But we're starting off the gym as per usual. I'm going to actually show the stretching this time. I forgot to even video some of the stretching. But yeah, this is a very long video today. It's almost a half an hour long video, which is crazy because I absolutely cut so much out. For a lot of the exercises, especially in the first week and the first, go through of a lot of these exercises, I wanted to show every single set. It may not be that way going forward, and these are longer videos than I probably wanted to. I generally, I think, want to aim for around 10 to 15 minute videos. This is about double that. So yeah, we're just doing a bunch of exercises, as you can see, just stretching as much as I can. Like this is I call this like a cat stretch almost. You know, cats like do this when they want to stretch. It's really good for the back. And after deadlifts, that was really, the lower back was kind of feeling a little more than that. Child's pose, getting the cobra stretch, I think this is called. I'm not going to go over every name, obviously, but just, just tons of things to stretch. Going back to the quads. And actually, things like this is something that I do not see many people stretching, which is their wrists and their ankles. This is crazy important, and I would highly recommend including that. It feels great, especially when you stick with it. And this, I forget what this is called, but this is probably like the best deadlift warm-up. This is great for stretching the glutes. And yeah, we're starting with pull-ups today. So I'll try to say as much as I can beforehand. So this is what it looks like, and I'm glad these new equipment have bars on each one. So I do finger pull-ups, right? I've been doing finger pull-ups because I've been doing it off my stairwell, so you can't really tell, but my grip is half off. And these are finger pull-ups, ladies and gentlemen. And actually, this is really good, by the way, because I'm a pretty tall person, like 6'1", and this is just enough height where I can reach the bar and basically tap the ground so I can get a little bit of stabilization on the bottom. So these for pull-ups are going to be pretty much what I like a go-to, because I mean that's like one of the main things if you do pull-ups, as you know, is you sway all the time and you're going all over the place. I believe I did 12 for a first set, which is almost the most I've done ever. I think I did 13. But I was kind of testing the grips afterwards, and I realized that so this grip that I have right now with the half grip is actually even less than what I had off the stairwell that I was using for the pull-ups I would do. I had more of a stable grip than I thought I did on the stairwell. So this was actually a lot harder. And so even there, I was like trying to maybe just like a very slight kip just to get that last little bit in. But yeah, after the first set, I mean, since I did 12, I was, you know, past that. I mean, we're only doing like what, 5 reps for. Let's see how much we do here. 3, yeah, I think that was 3 or 4. And then I just hanged off the bar. I was actually going to let go, and I was like, wait a minute, I could just hang. And actually, I'm going to be doing hangs more. God, hangs are so hard when you're a higher body weight. I mean, I'm not like super heavy right now. I think the scale weighed me in at 198, which is, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if my scale is inaccurate. I mean, apparently I was 205 at the start of this week, and I was 198. I mean, again, weight fluctuates. There's tons of things, so I'll have to keep weighing myself as well, but we're right around 200 pounds. Again, not too heavy, not too light, though, obviously. So doing pull-ups at that weight is, I mean, even 12 for finger pull-ups, I mean, I'll say one other thing, too, because this is almost done, is I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference. I think if I wrap my thumb around the bar and really get a full grip, I don't think I'm going to get that many more reps. I think it's literally going to only equate to 1 or 2 more reps, if I were to take a guess. But I will eventually do that, and you'll get to see that. And then, you know what, I think I was done, or this was, yeah, I was done. I was like, wait a minute, I could do like another hang or something. And this was actually quite a long workout today. It's, for some reason, didn't feel like it in a way. I don't know why. I think I'm just being really efficient with everything. Actually held this pretty long. I was super tired. Honestly, today is, I'm ridiculously sore. Like, I can't even, my bicep is like almost torn. I can't even, like, okay, so now we're doing upright rows. I'm showing this. I'm not going to show every single exercise, but because this angle is pretty awkward. And actually, at first, I wanted to just show some of this, but again, like I said, first week, I want to show every single set. So we're starting with 1 plate. So 45 on each side, 90 pounds. Pretty light for an upright row. And yeah, you can like kind of see the form. I mean, you know, form and all that stuff is important, but to me, you know, I know I've just been lifting and doing exercises for so long now. It's just, it's the feeling more to me. And this one I like to lean in a little bit as I'm coming towards the top there, and then kind of like sit into it. So by the time I get to this position, I'm almost like the spot or the position that you preferably want to be in for like more of a proper form. But yeah, there's, and I'm going a little faster here. I mean, again, 1 plate is really not that much. And even after the pull-ups, I mean, this one is like one of the easier exercises to do. And this specific upright row is, I've been on this machine before. They still have this machine. I love this machine. This is more of a popular one, so I'm glad this was not taken, because this was the one exercise, or the one machine I was like, this one's an extremely popular one, and I was worried that by the time I got to this, it's going to be taken, but it was free. And I didn't see like anyone actually get on this after this. So we're moving up. Sorry, this is 1 plate and 25 now. I know you can't see the weight, so I'm going to be mentioning that. So 1 and 25, 45 plus 25, 70. 70 on each side, 140 total. Again, 140, it really does not feel that much. And again, to be honest, I don't even like care about the reps right now. Like when I go back, I'll like see how many reps I did. But for now, it's just doing the exercise, doing the volume, getting different exercises in. And now we're moving up to 2 plates. Now, 2 plates, historically for me, is not very much on this one. In fact, I think I even almost like did a semi-warm-up at one point at my highest strength peak. But this, as you can tell, is a little bit, just a little bit harder. And I was struggling just a little bit more to pull it back fully, and I was just done. That was it. Again, when you're done, you're done. And then, so I like doing kind of these pyramid sets now, even to start. So we went, so from 2 plates, went straight back to 1 and 25. And so we're going to go from 1 plate, 125, 2 plate, 125, back to 1 plate. This is the 125. And yeah, this one, you know what's crazy about this exercise? I don't know what it is about this one. How people get this one so wrong, or just it's like it's a classic ego lift machine from what I've seen, is that people lean way too far back. So if you're one of those people, or maybe you don't even know, what my tip that I give to you is what I mentioned in the beginning, is lean forward a little bit. Every time you come in, I don't do it every time, but even there, you can see that I lean actually more forward. Again, the angle is a little bit weird. So then by the time when you pull back, it feels like you still pull back, but you actually don't pull back as far as you think you're doing. And actually, it's not even about the pullbacks, because like you could technically pull back even further and still get maybe even a better stretch. It's all about pulling with the muscles. Like the mind-muscle connection to this is a little harder, surprisingly. But I just see people swinging at this way too hard. Like they're throwing their body weight into this. And there's that. So we're done with that one. All right. I got this one. I was kind of chilling. So now we're going to be doing some lat pull downs. So if you see that bar, it's a little more awkward. I actually picked this on specific. So I actually, because I love doing pull-ups now, I want to do something a little more lower to me so that it can be a little bit easier and a little bit more closer. So I was even, as you can see, because I haven't used this bar, like obviously I haven't been here, and I was kind of like just seeing how it would feel. And with the weight, I mean, I think it was 75 pounds or 65. I actually don't even remember. I'll have to go back in. It's not a lot of weight though, because by this point I was really tired, and all I wanted to do was just get like a good like lockout position here. So like the most important thing was like right here, just squeeze it a little bit, because this honestly is going to be really good for pull-ups, getting over the bar, and yeah, really just focusing in on like this actually feels like the best bar for a pull-up accessory, or one of the better bars. I don't know why exactly. Like I'm just saying that. It could be wrong. It could be completely wrong. But it just felt like the right thing. And honestly, after it was all said and done, it didn't feel like it. This probably was like the quote-unquote worst exercise of the day. But you know what I mean? You gotta do those lighter exercises and kind of go through the motions sometimes. But no hate on this exercise. I mean, a lat pull down is like one of the better upper back exercises, obviously, right? And I believe I only did 3 or 4 sets of this, and I did not change the weight because by this point I was very tired. Obviously coming back to the gym, this is only day 2, and now it's day 3 for me, and I'm so sore. I don't even know if I can go to the gym today. If I do, it's going to be very controlled, and I will not be able to do a lot of things because my arms are so wrecked, especially my right arm. Like I cannot extend my arm at all. But yeah, you know what? Looking at this is really nice. Getting the bar to the chin. As long as it gets to about the chin is fine. That's exactly where it's going. Nice and controlled reps. Again, this is more of just like kind of right there, just getting that squeeze in there. Because that is the hardest part of a pull-up, is getting right over that bar. So this is just kind of working towards that, just squeezing the back muscles. Beautiful. I love it. Honestly, I say this is one of the worst, but to be honest, when I look back at it, it actually looks pretty solid. So yes, I did 4. I remember this one being a little more scuffed. I don't know why. I think I kind of pulled in a little more. You see how like once you start losing, you get to the strength. I'm starting to pull a little more with my arms instead of my lats. And actually, I'm trying to then lean back a little more too to try and engage my lats more. But it ends up being almost like I'm using my shoulders to push down the weight a bit. That's what ends up happening, actually, by the way, when this your form starts to crumble a little bit, is your anterior shoulders start to take over a little bit, and I can even see that right there. All right, so this is an exercise I was doing at home for shoulders. So I do have a dumbbell at home, but I do not have much weight, so I only had a 20-pound dumbbell. This is 20 pounds. Or sorry, is this 25? No, this is 25, actually. So this is 5 pounds heavier to start for a warm-up. And I would do this. I would do standing single arm dumbbell raises as my anterior shoulder workout for, God, I think I did this for almost over a year, maybe almost 2 years. And oh boy, this was an awakening. Because even at 25, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did a decent amount of reps there. We switched to the left side in a second. I cannot believe how much shoulder strength I've lost. I used to have extremely strong shoulders. That is something like one of my stronger muscle groups. And even on the 25 as a warm-up, and then by this point, obviously I'm tired. I was really tired. But I really like this. I mean, this is like, I don't really see many people doing this one. And this was like something that I had to just kind of be creative with. Thank God I have a dumbbell at home, because if I didn't, I'd have to do some crazy crap, like get on the ground to do shoulder push-ups, which realistically probably would have been better for me. Honestly, it would have been too hard. And I really want to do that. Maybe not necessarily like do a shoulder push-up. I mean, it'd be cool to do that. Yeah, why not? I mean, I'll throw it on the list now because I said it. I kind of want to do it. But that's an extremely hard exercise. Because think of it this way. If I'm 200 pounds, and we're moving up to 35 pounds now, so I went up by 10s, I have to do literally 100 pounds as a single arm to have any chance of doing shoulder push-ups, right? Without like bonking my head. And we're at 35 right now, and I'm only gonna go up to 45. And yeah, no, even 35. Because like think of it this way, for like let's say even like 2 years. I mean, it's pretty much 2 years. I did only 20-pound single arm lifts. And it's not like I was doing it like this the entire time. Like as I was getting stronger, I would do like really fast reps, like really power speed reps. But there's only so much strength you can get, you know, especially now coming to the gym and now lifting these heavier weights. 100% I can tell you with certainty, there's only so much strength you can get with lifting with a certain weight. You can get a lot stronger, but yeah, I mean, not too bad. Nothing really to say about the form on this one. I like to keep my arm kind of at my side and almost like, not really like grab my quad, but just have my arm there. Sometimes I put like my arm on my hip, I think, but that I have done that before. It just doesn't really do anything. But yeah, even as you can see right here, clearly even 35, you can definitely tell is, you know, it's not a lot of weight. It's not, but you can tell that it's hard for me. And I am doing a high volume. You know, in the first set I was doing like what, 20 plus 25, whatever, and this was like probably 12 to 15. And now to 45, this was heavy. Because think of it this way, right? Like 45, I was doing 20. This is over twice what I was doing as max. But you know what? I'm happy. And you know what's crazy? This angle is terrible. This almost looks like I'm gonna like break my arm almost in a way. But no, it's just the angle is just extremely weird. Yeah, the angle is very weird in that one. I don't even know how many reps I did, but yeah, this was this is something I'm gonna look forward to improving. And honestly, is this much harder? Not really. I mean, I've done a lot of seated ones too. Like I actually was thinking about doing this. You can see the bench on the bottom left there. I was thinking about grabbing that, but I was like, you know what? Well, one, it's, you know, it's kind of busy the times I'm going now, and this is actually I'm on a bench right now. They have so many benches that I figured, you know what, this is an easier setup because this is like one of the better angles. And you know what, even this angle isn't even that great, by the way. Oh yeah, so by the way, we're doing pyramid sets again. So 25, 35, 45, back to 35. Honestly, I feel like this is the best way for me to come back to the gym. I'm not like religious on pyramid sets. I do a lot of stuff. But this I mean, I didn't even think about this. This is how natural this felt to do pyramid sets. Like building up to a peak, hitting that peak, and then going down, trying to get the volume, trying to get the burn, and honestly, I think that's the best way to come back. But don't do it like I do, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'll say this again. I went too hard. Like, I can't even extend my arm right now, especially first week back. Do not do as much as I did here. There's a lot of exercises, obviously, I'm showing today. Again, it's a half an hour long video. But yeah, it's starting to get harder, obviously, going back down. And I think it was, no, after the next exercise, which we'll go to, but before that, we got to do the 25, or the 25s again. Yep, back to 25s. And again, I remember how I feel about all these exercises. When I was at this point, I was done. I was just like, holy shit, this is heavy. This is real heavy for 25. And I don't even know how much. I think I did 9 on each. No, I did 8.5. I think I tried to do 9. Yeah, right there. No, yeah, 8.5. 8.5, and then I did 9 on the other side, which is kind of weird because my left side is usually weaker. I think I don't know what it is. I feel like I have better form on my left side, even though you can't really tell from this. Because I always say like my left side is like my bodybuilding side, even though I don't bodybuild, but it's like most of my left side is usually to like training like this, and my right side is more like athletic, like fast twitch muscle training and stuff like that. Oh, okay, there's a little bit of a hiccup there. That's okay. Okay, so now we're getting to the lateral side raises machine. This is a new machine. And before we even really get in, I might have missed a set. I don't know. I don't think I did. But, so this machine, I was taking a look at it because it was weird. I mean, if you can see, like, look at where the handles are, right? I even actually put the mouse, like, right here, these handles. I was like, how does this even work? Because how the other one was is you would face the mat. But you know what? I wanted to show this because this is something that, you know, that this is what everyone encounters at the gym, especially when you're going the first time and you got to figure things out. Take your time. Read the descriptions because they have pictures. And I wanted to get in to see. And yeah, right away, I could just tell that just didn't feel good. It just didn't feel good, and I wanted to show it. Like, it doesn't look so bad, But to be honest, with the angles, and you can't even tell, but the seat is angled upwards when you're sitting this way, and the pad is almost angled slightly downwards even too. Maybe not quite, but yeah, the angle is a little bit weird. So I wanted to show that, but here is the way I used it for the rest of it, and I don't even put my chest against the pad. I just sit here, have my legs to stabilize myself, and this honestly was just so much better. The thing is, when you turn it away the other way around with this specific exercise, I found that it was just incorporating too much forearm. And that's when, for these lateral side raise machines, I've used so many of them before and so many different ones. You see how my arms are just, I just have my arms in a fist there, as you can see right here, and I'm just literally using my arms to like lift the weights and my lats to pull from that, right? I would totally recommend this to anyone to do it like this. I feel like this is the best way, because when you grip something and you're doing that, you tend to use more forearm muscles. And that's, for me specifically, like for what I do, is an absolute no-no. I cannot incorporate any more forearms. That's literally the last muscle that I need to incorporate in any of my training, because I do obviously FPS and training with that. So it's just not good. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the weights. So this one had a really weird system. It goes up by, it has kilograms, but it also has pounds. So it's 55 to 66 to 77 to 88. It goes up by 11s. So I did, again, pyramid set. I might have missed a set here. I don't even know what we're on right now because, like I said, you can't see the weight, and yeah, I'll have to try and get the details out. I'm gonna have to write down what I'm doing each set. It's obviously really hard to when you have so many different videos and you have to go through so many things and you don't see the weight. And even if you're writing it down, which I did take notes and I'm looking from some of my notes, I do have I'm lucky that I have a really good memory, so I can remember all these things. And again, I went, and actually, by the way, when I was doing this, you're not gonna see this, but some guy came up to me and was like, are you done with this? Like, I just started like working with me, and we did some sets. So yeah, I definitely did not include every set there, but I did a lot of sets. So I'm even gonna pause it for a second. So it was 55, 66, 77, 88, 77, and I think I did one more at 66. It might have probably ended there. So now we're doing rear delts. I don't even know what to call this. Rear delt flies. And dude, this was the point I want to talk about, where I was totally done. Like, I could have just stopped right now and I would have been great, but I wanted to do this. And as you can tell, like, look how little weight that is. And I think this was 45. It was either 45 or 65 or 55. I'll have to, again, confirm the weights, but it's not a lot of weight at all. And I was just exhausted. And I think I even laughed after this because I was just like... Yeah, I looked at this, I was like, yeah, I gave a little smirk there because I even realized, like, bro, I'm done. Like, I'm just done. You know, okay, so I went from 45, I think it goes up by 10s. Yeah, so 45 to 55, or it could have been, no, I don't think it goes up by 20s. But yeah, even this, I mean, this was crazy hard. This was so much harder. Even my legs were, like, kind of pulling back. It was so hard. I don't even know if I did more of a rep. Yeah, I tried, and it's just like, nope. Yeah, generally, like, if you try, like, a second time, it's the same thing. Don't try to go Rip City and pull something, you know what I mean? So, I only did 3 sets of this. 3 sets, I just went 45, 55, 45. That's it. That's all I could do. You know, listen to your body. Of course, coming back. I mean, this was already to the point. Like I said, I could have completely just thrown this exercise out, and it would have been fine. This was just extra. I just wanted to get this in. And now, of course, we're on the bike, baby. And, of course, I'm not going to show as much as I did before. This was mid bike. I think this was about 25 minutes in, 30 minutes in. I think I did about a 40-minute session today. Yeah, 40. Or actually, no, it was about 45 minutes again. No, it was 40 minutes. I forgot I did an extra song. Yeah, so again, about the same. So I said before how I was doing from about 10 to 20 resistance. I actually went down lower and higher. So I went as low as 8 and as high as 22. And I don't know what it is. When you pass 20, maybe the resistance is kind of messed up. I'm actually going to pause for a second. It just keeps going. It felt like it was exponential. And I went much harder on the bike today. I didn't want to show too much of it because it's just obviously me just biking and just me sitting there. But yeah, that's it for me talking over the commentary. I have just an end of gym video. Hope you guys enjoyed and enjoy the rest of the video. And day 3 is now. I'm going to be working on that video. Let's see the rest of the video.
All right, so we're coming out of the gym, day 2, and I am absolutely fucking totaled. I am, like, I thought I was sore yesterday. No, today is a whole other fucking day. I don't know why my neck, I was doing, we just started off with what? Stretching as usual, pull-ups. Yeah, I did finger pull-ups. As you can see that I don't know if you could tell my grip, but because I was doing pull-ups off of my stairwell, it was finger pull-ups. I wanted to come back and see finger pull-ups. I don't even know how many did my first set, maybe 11. But I think that's why my neck is so freaking sore. Like, it's almost sore up into my brain almost. I don't even know. I never felt this sore in certain parts, like ever, which I guess could be a good thing. I mean, yesterday I thought it was gonna be too much, but today ended up being perfect. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not sure about today. Today I almost vomited again, by the way. But yeah, day 2, we're going hard this week. We're going super hard. And I mean, if anything, right, we look back in the rest of the year, it's probably better to go a little bit harder than go maybe a little bit easier, even though it is the first week back. And I'm just happy that I did as much as I could today. I really did. And I mean, I don't got much else to say. A solid day, 10 out of 10 again. 10 out of 10 yesterday, 10 out of 10 today. Hopefully we can keep up that performance as long as possible. There goes the bus. We're almost home yet again. End of day 2. You know, kind of just sitting here and finally coming to my senses again. I didn't even mention, like, honestly, after these 2 workouts, I've been extremely dizzy for like 20 to 30 minutes, and it's not like I've never experienced that, but it's a very uncomfortable feeling. And man, with the goal that I want, which is to become the strongest person in that gym, I mean, if it's not obvious, the obvious thing is that I have to go through a lot of pain and suffering. And I think a lot of people don't really understand that. Like, they know what that is, but I just don't think they know to the degree that you have to put yourself through that. And honestly, for a lot of my life, especially lately, I've been in a lot of pain. I mean, I've been extremely happy, but I'm just saying, like, I've been pushing myself in a lot of different ways, and it's hard sometimes. It definitely is hard. Right now, it's not hard, but I'm just saying it has been hard, and it's because I've been doing it for so long that it can be easy now. It just feels like just a routine to me now at this point. But I'm honestly not sure if I can keep up this level of proficiency, so to say. Because, like I said, I would consider 10 out of 10 on both days today. If I can even do that for the whole week, and I don't even know how many days I'm going to do this week. It's Friday, tomorrow, Thursday, today. And I did chest before I went to the gym, so chest will be ending on, or I'll be ending on chest. And I don't got much else to say. It's a cold winter night. Keep warm, everyone, and yeah, don't forget to stretch, relax, take it easy. And don't stress, because stress kills your gains. So just be happy, and you'll gain a lot of muscle that way, believe me.